African Alliance has stated that even though only 2% of people in low-income countries have been fully immunized against coronavirus, but the fact that the number of businesses is turning a profit of millions of dollars every hour is outrageous. As evidence, The Guardian reports that Pfizer's profits have doubled in response to the pandemic profiteering allegations. One of the most profitable products in history, Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine brought in nearly $37 billion in sales last year. The overall revenue of the U.S. pharmaceutical company doubled in 2021 to $81.3 billion.
Making sales for large profits while neglecting the low-income nations is an ethical problem. To be exact, there is absolutely no ethical management. What is ethical management? Ethical management is the process of accounting for morals while overseeing an organization. This process actually allows the managers to prioritize the well-being of the employees, customers, and the community while considering the company's bottom line. However, in this case, some pharmaceutical companies were getting the low-income countries for its own sake. This is very contradictory to the principles of ethical management because the low-income countries will face a lot of problems while the big companies will get a lot of benefits. The consequences that can happen to these countries is they can have economic collapse or even increase death rates. WHO, or World Health Organization, proclaimed the pandemic. The death toll of COVID-19 is 5 times greater in low-income countries than in wealthy ones. This is because the low-income countries are so short on COVID-19 vaccines because of the high prices that is set by some pharmaceutical companies such as Pfizer. When talking about rights, there would always be two sides of things. Both sides have reasons to maintain and uphold those rights. In this case, the first side is the company that imposed high prices to the COVID-19 vaccines, and the second one, the rights of the humans that come from low-income countries to obtain these COVID-19 vaccines. Currently, the world is experiencing a two-way pandemic with developing nations struggle with new outbreaks and a severe lack of vaccines and medicine. The issue of violating intellectual property rights has come to light as a result of significant vaccination shortages in low-income and middle-income nations. The problem is, if the right to intellectual property were to be waived because of death in the need of said property, then in the future the innovation of medicine or something related to healthcare would decrease drastically.
So, what's supposed to be done then? These problems cannot be solved in one go, but it can be reduced for the sake of a healthier and safer world, such as a specialized committee must be appointed to handle the emergency funds and vaccine deployment, protect the systems for distribution and storage to reduce the risk of corruption. Because these corporations have maximized their revenues and profits by preventing others from producing vaccines and minimizing the taxes they pay. Therefore, at least a people's vaccine is required, which entails sharing vaccines recipe, making use of the entire global manufacturing capacity and producing sufficient doses for everyone. Until everyone is safe, no one will be safe.